The Bring It On franchise is back, but this time it's a horror film. Let's see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin. Here I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services. If you guys are like me, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content. When a cheer squad practices their routines on Halloween weekend in an abandoned school, they are picked off one by one by an unknown killer. Now I think I've seen the first two Bring It On films and I'm not like a fan of this series. But when a film switches up its genre, I'm on board with it, and it being a horror film and it's October, let's give it a try. Cheer or Die sucked. It was bad, and I didn't think it was going to be a good film either. It's going to be on sci-fi, it's kind of tame for a horror film, but I think it could have been a very campy film that made fun of itself, and that would have been enjoyable. But what this film does is at times it takes itself a little too seriously with its dialogue and the cheer moments and how they are trying to defend themselves against this unknown killer. It tries to be a little more serious and less campy and makes it for a film that's so hard to be invested in. When we have these group of friends that go to this abandoned school, we have this killer that is picking them off one by one, throwing like darts at them and shooting arrows. They're very skilled, but the cheerleaders are trying to defend themselves and they are doing cheer moves to defend themselves. So backflips and doing different things, different moves to try to maneuver around the killer and protect themselves. It's just like absolutely bizarre. But those moments like that felt like it could have been very campy and hilarious, and I wanted to sit there and laugh at it, but I just couldn't because of everything that came prior to it. Setting up the film in the beginning, it was like in 2002, it had shown a cheerleader that had died, and then that moved into our current timeline, and we have this killer, and their motivation is just absolutely weak as can be. But everything prior to that was trying to be a very established horror film and trying to set this tone of being dark, and it just did not work when you had a strong setup in this abandoned school, and then trying to have all these dance moves and this really cringy dialogue. The two just didn't work well, and I think it really could have started off being campy from the beginning, and then it would have been easy to enjoy later on in the film. As our characters are exploring this abandoned school, the dialogue between them is questionable, poorly written, and it's cringy, and you just laugh at what they are saying to each other. It doesn't seem like conversations high school students would have with each other. It just seems incredibly fake. And then we get to the kills, which there are a lot of kills in here, but it's shown in a way that makes it very tame, so it is for television, where you see someone die and then you see someone being stabbed or killed, and then immediately the next shot is them dying, but you don't see it actually happening. So the kills being so tame, it really takes you out of that horror atmosphere, and I think if it would have been a film that went to like VOD instead of the Sci-Fi Channel, it could have been a little more gory and then also a little more campy, and it would have been a total blast because this has the right elements to be a fun film. Even the title sequence right there, Cheer or Die, I was excited to see the film and laugh at everything, but I just couldn't. The way that the atmosphere was created and then how ridiculous certain scenes were, it wanted to be campy, but I just didn't get that vibe for it. And then we get to the killer and their motivation. It was so weak. Even at times the cheerleaders like, so you did this because of this? And so they're aware that it is pretty stupid. So I like that part of it at the end. But Bring It On, Cheer or Die was terrible. The dialogue was bad, and how they protected themselves and trying to cheer and do backflips around the school just was very odd. But this is a film that easily could have been something so different and so bizarre and so fun, but it took itself so seriously with that dialogue and the killers, and setting it up in the beginning. It wanted to be a strong horror film, but with those tame kills and this abandoned school, it just did not work. I wanted it to be something different, and it could have been something different, but it just did not reach those heights. After watching this, I did not get anything out of it. I didn't find it to be enjoyable. I didn't laugh at all. I just was sitting there staring at the screen, waiting for it to be over, and it could have been something I just could have laughed at. It's a very campy film. It could have been a lot of fun, but I just did not get that with this movie. So before I give you my score for Bring It On, Cheer or Die, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button and get it all in one spot. And if you'd like to see where this film ranks amongst all the other 2022 releases I've seen this year, follow me on Letterboxd, and there you can find my ranking. I'm gonna go ahead and give Bring It On, Cheer or Die a D. Thank you guys for checking my review for the new film. It is on Sci-Fi. Have you guys seen it by chance? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.